April 30th, 2021, when 21-year-old Taylor Nicholson left Las Vegas for Colorado. She said the trip was to help her mother recover from severe tendon injuries caused by a dog bite. Before leaving, she entrusted the care of her 2-year-old son, Amari Nicholson, to her boyfriend at the time, 27-year-old Terrell Rhodes. But while distance can sometimes strengthen relationships, for Taylor and Terrell, it only made their tensions worse. Their phone calls grew strained, and in the early hours of May 3rd, Taylor ended their relationship by text. Amari stayed behind with Terrell in their Emerald Suites hotel room. They didn't speak again until 2 days later, on the morning of May 5th. Around 6 a.m., Terrell called Taylor in a panic, claiming a woman posing as Amari's paternal aunt had come to their room and taken the child. He said he hadn't been able to reach Taylor sooner. About an hour later, Taylor contacted Las Vegas police, reporting what she suspected was a kidnapping. She described how her son had been taken from the hotel while Terrell was still inside. Taylor said she didn't know the woman, had no contact with Amari's father's family, and emphasized that she had full custody. In response, police issued an Amber Alert and dispatched officers to the scene. Terrell told them he hadn't recognized the woman but thought she was someone Taylor had sent. He said she took Amari while he was distracted packing a bag. At first, authorities considered it a possible custody dispute and canceled the Amber Alert later that day. But Taylor insisted something was wrong, pushing police to reactivate the search. In an emotional public interview, Taylor and Terrell pleaded for help finding Amari. They described their love for the little boy and denied involvement. Taylor expressed her frustration that the search didn't fully begin until she returned to Las Vegas. Terrell claimed he trusted the woman because Taylor had vaguely said someone might be stopping by. Their tearful interviews drew public sympathy, but also raised eyebrows as inconsistencies began to emerge. While the Las Vegas community rallied behind Taylor and Terrell, police began a more intensive investigation. Officers canvassed the Emerald Suites, collected surveillance footage, and spoke with neighbors and staff. When they searched the hotel room shared by Taylor and Terrell, they found the door open and signs of hurried activity. Inside, forensic technicians discovered bloodstains on the wall and soiled children's clothes, evidence that raised serious concerns. Detectives also uncovered troubling history. A previous report to Child Protective Services had alleged abuse in the household, though it was closed without action. Terrell Rhodes himself had a criminal record, having been released the prior year after serving time for robbery and burglary. Despite their continued pleas on television, scrutiny on Terrell intensified. In a second interview, his facial expressions and shifting storylines caught public attention. Taylor repeated her confusion, noting that even Amari's father denied any family involvement. She speculated that they might have stalked her to find her location, claiming the father wanted more involvement in Amari's life. However, she admitted she hadn't spoken to him in over a year. Terrell stuck to his story, that a stranger knocked on the door, claimed to be Amari's aunt, and took the child while he packed. Taylor added that while she had vaguely told Terrell somebody would be by during an argument, she had not given anyone permission to take Amari. She continued to defend Terrell, saying he loved Amari and had been the boy's main caregiver. Meanwhile, Amari's paternal relatives publicly denied involvement. In their own press conference, they expressed sympathy for Taylor but firmly stated that no one from their family had taken Amari. Police confirmed that they weren't suspects, leaving Terrell as the focus. Forensic results from the hotel room and surveillance footage began closing in on him as the only viable suspect. With forensic evidence mounting, including DNA tests on the blood found in the room and videos recovered from Terrell's phone, detectives brought Terrell in for another round of questioning. At first, he denied any wrongdoing, but when confronted with the results, his story began to fall apart. After detectives left him alone in the room, Terrell reportedly became agitated. Officers rushed back in when they heard a struggle, during which Terrell briefly grabbed an officer's firearm before being subdued and arrested. According to police reports, Terrell eventually confessed. He admitted that he lost his temper after Amari soiled himself. The situation escalated, leading to Amari stopping breathing. Terrell claimed that when he couldn't revive the child, he panicked and decided to hide what had happened. He provided police with a map, leading them to Amari's remains. That evening, law enforcement held a press conference. Lieutenant Richard Myers confirmed that what started as a missing child case was now classified as a homicide. Terrell Rhodes was formally charged with Amari Nicholson's murder, along with multiple other charges related to the struggle during his arrest. Terrell was held without bond. In May 2024, the case reached its conclusion when he accepted a plea deal. Terrell Rhodes pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 20 years to life in prison. He will be eligible for parole in 2041. Authorities officially cleared Taylor Nicholson of any criminal involvement, finding no evidence that she had participated in Amari's death. The tragic case closed with justice for Amari, but left lasting heartbreak in its wake.